In this video, Christian's going to show you how you can replace the front brake pads and rotors on a 2008 Ford F250.
First, you want to start by prying this hubcap off. And then you're going to need a 21 mil and a 1/2 inch gun. After taking off the wheel, you're going to be here with basically the caliper and the caliper bracket. I normally get a zip tie so that I can hang the caliper over here on the spring so that I get it out of the way when you're doing the rotors in the pads. And you're going to need a 16 mil to take off the caliper, and then a 21 mil to take the caliper bracket off so that you can slide the rotor off. And let's start by taking off the 16 mil. Nice impact. Take those off. You grab a flathead and you can pry so that when you put the pads back in, it goes in there smoother and easier. Since you're replacing the rotor and the pad, it doesn't matter if you damage it. Sometimes she's in there pretty hard. Got my zip tie right here, ready to go. And then you got 21 mils that hold the bracket in. I'll take the brake pads out of the way. Can you tell that they needed them? Pry it out. Got 21 mil. Make sure you hold it or it will fall on your foot. And then the rotor slides right off. Okay, so unfortunately for this caliper, it looks like it's not trying to compress back inside so that we can put it over the new brake pads. So what we're gonna do is just replace it with a brand new one. First, you want to start off obviously by taking it fully apart, and then after you do that, we're going to crack this line right here. I cracked it. I have the caliper nearby. I also have a little pan where it's dripping. Try to minimize the mess. Make sure when you put it back on that the 2 copper O-rings are there. You're going to want to grab your new bolt, new washers, copper washers. Line them up, put them on. Hand tighten them first. Then grab your wrench. Tighten it on. Little snug. Crush the washer. Grab brake cleaner. Clean that off because you don't want to contaminate your new stuff. And then after, just reassemble with your new brakes and rotors. After taking off the old rotor, you're going to grab your new rotor, slide her in, to make your life easier, I always like to put a nut right here so that there's no play right here to put on the bracket. After you put your new rotor on there, you're gonna grab your bracket. Since we're replacing this new caliper, bracket, 2 bolts. This is 21 mil. Alright, you want to grab your fresh brake pads. I like to use anti-seize so that next time gotta service it, it's easier. Just throw a little bit down there, a little bit at the ends. I like throwing a little bit right here so that the sliders go in easy. Just a little bit, you don't want to contaminate the rotor. After that, these sliders only go one way. So if it doesn't go in there, then that means you're putting it on wrong. Slides in. Right in. Oh, see, putting it wrong. There we go. Just did that so I can show y'all. After that, grab your brake pads. Easiest way is to put the bottom in first. Just slide it in. And then slide this corner in. And they will decompress out because that's what causes it. So that when you let go of the brake, it compresses out. To the other side. Go. And you're going to want to grab your caliper. You're going to want to press your brakes a little bit. Line this up. It's going to take a little finagling, but it will go on. Put it on the right way. Go. Grab your bolts. Screw that in. Grab your other bolt. Screw that in. So since we replaced the caliper, we're gonna have to bleed the system on this side at least like 3 times just to be sure that there's no air in the system. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have somebody go inside, or you can pump it, have them pump it 5 to 10 times, then they'll hold it over there and you will crack the line here, let all the air out, and then just redo the process. So go ahead, hold it, just crack it open and just let the fluid go in, and then just close it again. Hold it. Alright, take that out. Alright, pump it. Have them pump it and then just redo the process. Okay, so after you put on the new caliper and rotors and pads, you're gonna want to grab your wheel and just reinstall it.